welcome back to the Stertford Saffas. We have Stertford, Sweden with us today, all the way from Sweden. He's representing Zlatan. He's living in the past. But today we're going to be talking about a competition that most Manchester United fans are not excited about. Let's be honest. We'd all rather be in the Champions League playing on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. But we are playing Thursday night football with the mighty Arsenal. We're just going to be going through a couple of the... We're going to be basically putting a positive spin on this positivity this season. We're not going to be negative. So we're going to discuss the positive aspects to the Europa League and what hopefully it can bring to the club and to a lot of the people involved moving forward. So, Singer, what do you rate for you? Just discuss what you think. What do you think about the Europa League? What are the positives? What are the negatives?
I mean, put it out there. The obvious negatives is the Thursday night travel to some flipping Borussia fish and chips in the middle of Russia and getting back on Friday afternoon and playing Sunday early kickoff in the Premier League. So everyone knows that it's become a bit of a mental thing, an excuse for a poor Sunday Premier League result. I'm prepping myself for the worst on the Sunday fixtures. But on the bright side, first of all, I think, especially in the group stages, you can really get away with playing a couple of experienced lads and then really giving experience to the youngsters like Chong and Gomes and Greenwood and Garner. I think you can rest the bigger guys. These guys, it's the perfect environment for them because you're still coming up against physical opposition, but the game's slightly slower. You've got more space to operate. You should have loads and loads of the ball. So, yeah, I think in that respect, it's great. You saw what happened with Chelsea and Hudson-Odoi, even Ruben Loftus-Cheek last season. They really came into their own, grew some confidence, some strength. And also, I just, not to sound pessimistic, but like, why be in the Champions League when you've got absolutely no chance of winning it? Like, we'd honestly get embarrassed. We get to maybe last 16, we scrape through, but we come to a quarterfinal and can draw Liverpool, City, Barca, Madrid. Like we're going to get given peanuts. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. So and also it's another route into getting it back into Champions League, which is ultimately the season's goal, to be back in the big time. It helps with transfers and whatever. But I'm actually quite looking forward to it, seeing the youngsters get a run, please God. Even guys like Mata will do better in a slow-paced game. Matic you can get away with. We'll see the phenomenal duo of Jones and Smalling rocking up at the back four. And Tuanzebe will get game time. Thinking about him. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. For me, it's something, like you said, we've got no chance in the Champions League. Listen, that's just like being realistic. For me, the likes of Garner and Greenwood and Chong and Angel, we saw the talent they have on pre-season. We've seen what they've been doing in the academy for the last couple of years. But realistically, these guys aren't going to be thrown into a Saturday, Sunday Premier League match. They just aren't ready for it. The level from the reserves up until Premier League standard is just such a big jump. But for me, the Europa League is a really good stepping stone. And like you mentioned with examples of Hudson-Odoi and those kind of players, I think the likes of Greenwood and Angel playing 90 minutes, going to tough grounds, just being involved with the first team on a regular basis, I think it's only going to help their development and it's going to help their confidence. And I think they can use it as a platform. Listen, if the likes of Greenwood starting up front, in the Europa League and he really impresses, scores goals, gets confidence, then maybe Ollie will trust him to put him into the first team. So I'm quite excited about it, to be honest. Also, it allows the likes of Rashford, Martial, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaws, all our first team regulars, Pogba's, to get rested because we don't have the biggest squad. We know we don't. So if these guys are playing Thursday, Sunday, they're going to get absolutely destroyed. So this is a nice opportunity for them to get a break as well. And Ollie can also get an idea of, play some of the squad players, some of the fringe players and see, okay, this guy's clearly not good enough. I need to get rid of him next summer. Okay, this guy's proven me wrong. He's had a really good Europa League campaign. Maybe we can keep him next year as a squad player. So I think there are some positives to it. Also, I mean, listen, Ollie, he won trophies in Norway, but I mean, I can win trophies in Norway, to be fair. So this is a real opportunity for him to stamp his mark at Manchester United and win a European trophy. Mourinho went for the Europa League. He didn't take it lightly, and that's one of the greatest managers of all time. So I think if Ollie can go and have a real try at the Europa League and win a trophy, it's only going to help his reputation. It's going to help his chance of keeping his job alive. And like you said, ultimately we just need to get back to the Champions League.
the mentality in the squad. Like, obviously,
Exactly.
you got to win what you play. Like I'm saying, you got to win the competitions you're in. Unfortunately, like there's a reason you don't. Like, obviously, it's great being in Champions League, but like as a fan, as a realistic fan, it's not like you playing for the Champions League trophy. It's like you get past the quarter, even to the quarters is a bonus. But also, like in terms of the thing is that what's really sick about the Europa League is that there are like fringe players who have experience, like your Ashley Youngs, your Smallings, your Joneses. Dalot's had a full season at United. He's played Champions League at Porto and United. There's Matic, there's Fred, who will probably get a bit of minutes there as well. So like it will be a great mix of like genuine European experience with the youngsters. It's not like you're fielding the under 23s, you know, on their own to go play in the Europa League. These guys,
you need to get the balance right.
But yeah, I just think where we are now, we've got to unfortunately realign our expectations, and you can't argue with the facts. We're a Europa League team at the moment, so
And also,
we've got to take the positive. We can't sit and mope. We've just got to, we've got to make the most of the situation.
Exactly. And just lastly, what I wanted to say is, the standard Europa League, okay, the group stages is terrible. Let's be real. Like the last 32 is terrible. But once you get to the last 16, you're getting teams that are dropping out the Champions League. You've seen the likes of Atletico Madrid, Napoli. These kind of teams drop out, and the Europa League's no pushover. To win the Europa League isn't easy these days. You've got to beat 4 or 5 really good teams to win it.
There's teams like Roma, who I watched over the weekend. They're quality. Like they're really a good side. Napoli always fall a bit short in the Champions League. You don't want to come up against a Napoli. I watched them on the weekend as well. They're a very good side. The Spanish teams, there's some quality teams from Spain.
Germany.
It's the group stages. And Germans are always strong. Your Frankfurts and your Leverkusens, but it's the group stages which are absolutely painful because you're playing these teams you've never heard of. You're traveling to the other end of Europe. I mean, you're playing these games at Old Trafford like it's a reserve or pre-season game, but it's you just got to make the most of it. We're in the situation because we weren't good enough last season, and unfortunately, we're not good enough playing in the Champions League this season either. So we've got to start somewhere. It's a European trophy, as you said, and it's a good stepping stone for the youngsters because if they can't cope in the Europa League,
then they're not
going to make it for us in the Premier League. Like it's a good test for them.
100%. Yeah, guys. So we just wanted to give our thoughts on the Europa League. Hopefully, get some positivity in you guys, the United fans out there. Share your comments. Are you excited about the Europa League? Are you not really bothered about us? Obviously, we'd all prefer to be in the Champions League, but leave us some comments in the box, and we'll be back with a few more videos this week. Southampton up on Saturday, so hopefully we can bounce back and get the 3 points there. But Stertford, Sweden, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys soon. Subscribe to the channel. Cheers.